Okay, so we're gonna go through this list again on how to create a resource. We're gonna create a different type of resource. This time we're gonna create an assessment. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the list. So part one is to choose the type of resource. So I already told you we're gonna do an assessment. Last time we did a top 5 list, you can do a top 10 list, you can do a book, you can do a manual, you can do a how-to, you can do. Part one is choose the type of resource. We're gonna do an assessment. So a very easy, basic assessment, nothing grand here, just to give you an idea, an example of how to do it. And number two is find the topic. Let's do this for, I guess we'll do it for health and wellness. Might have to work a bit harder, but I guess we'll do it for health and wellness because the last assessment I created was actually for health and wellness. Part three is then we'll title it, and part four is then we'll value it. Okay, so this is something that you could even sell on its own if you wanted, but if you went into more detail with it, but we're just gonna do it as a bonus for coaching with you. Okay, so the assessment. So we're gonna do it in, like I said, with health. So I'm writing this down, health. So now we have to choose all the different areas in which to assess. Stress, fitness. So stress, fitness, diet, spirituality, because this is a whole body wellness, spirituality. Stress, fitness, diet, spirituality. There's gotta be a couple more areas. Work life, home life, work life, home life. And let's do home organization. I don't know why, but I just feel like that helps as well. I mean, home organization is big because, well, let me show you. See that little fellow over there? Working away. So home organization is very important for that. So, finances. This is whole body wellness. So it's under health, but it could be for life coaching as well. So now we have how many areas? Stress, fitness, diet, spirituality, work life, home organization, and finances. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can open this up into a spreadsheet, but really you don't need to. So any way you want to format this or make it look cuter, if you want to hire someone off of Fiverr. Okay, so then this is such an easy resource. I believe mine was more detailed and more complicated. I haven't looked it up in a long time, but okay, so then you create one column and it's on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being extremely efficient or extremely satisfied, 1 not being extremely satisfied. How do you feel about that area of your life? And then the next box would be, what can you do to improve that area? And this can also be an initial intake assessment, so that clients can, if they want to, unless they have specific goals they want to work on, just to get everything in order, get their life in order. So you could call this the Get Your Life in Order thing. So let's go down to titling, because then you can take, as a coach, you could take either one of those areas and from there create offshoots as to, okay, this week the goals I'm going to work on. So, for the first 6 months, you could have notes in there too under the resource and be like, okay, for the first 6 months, for the first month or 3 months, what area you're going to focus on in your life? Getting your home organized, getting your finances in order, and then you don't have to give them advice how to do that, because they inside will have a plan as to how to go about and do that. Now, I'm also gonna have a video on how to give advice to clients, but essentially you could say, well, what I would do is this, because you're not the expert, okay? They're the expert on themselves. So all you can do is advise as in what you have done in the past is the best way to legally keep yourself out of the hot seat, if you will, but still impart advice without being bossy. Okay, so let's go to part 3 and let's name it. Okay, so we go back to the naming. You should see that title video. I did a video on titling. It's very important, very important. It's very important in the world of content, shall we say. Let's go back. So title has to have 5 things. Has to, 1, tell you what the product is. 2, get you curious. 3, not be too detailed. Oh, I hear that noise. 4, reference the buyer's future. And 5, use emotions. Refer to negative emotions they want to stop feeling, or positive emotions that they want to bring into their life. All right. Okay, so now we got that health assessment. So let's go down. Okay, so the words that help create conversions. Now, if you watch the titling video, there is a list of words there. And in the description of that video, you might learn how to go get that resource. But either way, you can just copy them down. So how to organize your life in 30 days. I love how-tos. So let's go with, just for simplicity, how to organize your life in 30 days. And then we need a word or phrases that inspire confidence. So the words or phrases that inspire confidence that I'm choosing from are tried and true, science-backed, money-back guarantee, certified, cancel anytime, accredited, and reliable. We can go reliable. So anyway, you have to choose a title. So let's see. Reliable how-to manual dedicated to changing your life in the top 8 areas. All right, and then we got to reference emotion. Goodness gracious. Reliable 8-area life assessment. That is lean. Reliable 8-area life assessment. Get out of chaos, because that references the future and emotion. Get out of chaos - the reliable 8-area life assessment. I mean, it's usable. So you can spend more time on that. But for the sake of this video, I'm not just going to sit there, because I spend some more time and go through it and think on it and stuff like that. But for the sake of this video and you staring at me, we'll leave it at that. But let's go back to, is there anything else we needed to do? What's next on the list? Oh yeah, value it. So if you're going to sell this, you could sell it for, say, $47. By the time you package it up, get it all nice, or $37, $27 maybe if it's on sale, quote unquote. Then price at $27, because any lower, and I don't think people will purchase it because I don't think it'll be viewed as worth their time or effort. But $27 seems like a reasonable thing if you include a decent amount of information or some tips about how you organized your home, how you organized your work life, or how, ideas for different spirituality things, which you can just Google and come up with ideas. And if you see someone else has an idea online, you're like, oh, well, you can say, oh, Jane from such and such uses that idea. But you can usually come up with these ideas on your own. All right, and let's see. And then, but if you were just giving it away as a bonus for coaching with you, then I would value it at $29. Use a 9 instead of a 7, or even a 49. I would value it at $49. Like, you would use a 7 if you're selling it, but if you're not selling it and you're just valuing it, so if you go to CoachTrainingAcademy.com and you look at the first product I have there, the product I have on the main page currently is how to not get sued by clients. And when you go through it, you see all the bonus and all the information you get by purchasing it. So if you want it to be one of those things on there, it has a perceived value. Each one of those bonuses has a perceived value, but then the sale of the product at the bottom ends with a 7. Okay? So that's kind of how that would go. So if you're doing one of those, and then you would need a graphic. So there you go. You can go to Fiverr and get graphics. On the screen, I'll show you a couple of different graphics that I've had done for me for different products. So you can take a look at those just to get an idea as to what a graphic could look like. But again, you could even make it yourself, I assume, with Canva. But it's just a lot better because you don't have to pay much to get a graphic designer to do it when you use Fiverr. Okay, well, thank you very much for tuning in. Good to see ya, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.